Hi, how's everybody doing today? Wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day. Hope you're having fun with your family and your friends. I'll be out here getting some serves tonight. I wanted to explain something to everybody because I had a couple trolls come to my channel and thinking that I'm like some pro or something trying to teach people. And the people that started following my channel that I started 6 months ago, this is how this worked out. I was diagnosed with diabetes 2. I needed to have surgery done to repair a bad hernia mesh that they put in my stomach because the manufacturer put bad mesh out there in the general public. So I got this shit in my stomach that had to get fixed. So I have another channel. It's called Sean Sweeney, and I used that channel to share information on truth. It's like a truth channel. So people that were watching my channel, they found out that I used to play tennis in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, so I had surgeries done. Before I had my surgeries done, I worked at this place called the Oceans Racket Club, and I worked at the Oceans Racket Club from like 1987 to 2000. Okay, so I was there for a while, and while I was there, first I wasn't even going to try to play tennis as a career or anything like that because I was surfing every day, and I had was playing football for high school and junior high, and I played soccer, and I played a lot of different sports. I ran track in junior high and high school, and so I've always been an athlete. And then when I got hurt in 2000, I had to have my hips replaced. But before I had that injury, I played at the Oceans Racket Club tournament they had. It was called Light Up the Shores. The first one was in 1997, and I won the doubles in that in the opens with me and my friend Beatbox, which I told you about. And then I won singles, which was in the opens. Now, the way you folks do ratings now, you got people that are 5-0 players and 5-5 players, which would never be that level when I was playing back in the 80s and 90s. They would be like a 4-0, 4-5 player, even on their best day. 5-0 players back when it took me years to get at that level to play at competition. And then when I found out, I was playing in a match and I heard something pop in my hip, and it felt like a hip pointer. Like when you're playing football, I don't know if folks ever play football, but when sometimes you're running and somebody hits you on the side, they'll hit you in the hip and it hurts like hell, and it's like a stinger, right? But that's what I felt like. So when I was playing in this match, this was this is over at Pelican Bay, that's in Florida, in Daytona Beach, Florida, and I grew up in this place called Ponce Inlet, so I lived on the beach side, and I went to Spruce Creek High School, which is right down the street from where I'm at now. So I played the match out, and I was in a lot of pain, and I ended up winning the match, but I had to, luckily I didn't have to go to play my other match until the next day. So I went to the hospital, they x-rayed my hip, and I had to have emergency surgery the following day. So obviously I withdrew from there. So I had this hip replaced, and while I was doing that, they said, hey, you're gonna have to have the other hip replaced because you have what's like degenerative bone disease. It's a rare thing, it's just shit that happens to people. And maybe because when I was real little, I started playing sports and at an early age, and like rough sports. It isn't like it is now. The football was a lot tougher. Things were harder to do, and you didn't get, participation trophies. You either won or you lost, So I thought I could come back and play. After I got my hip replaced, I had to learn how to walk again and all this other shit, So I started playing tennis again, and then I won the following year. No, the following year, that's when it happened. My hip got replaced in 1999, or 1998. So 97, I won, and then I was playing in that match, and I ended up winning the doubles. Me and Beatbox ended up winning the doubles for Light Up the Shores back to back. And then when I was playing in that match, I started having problems with my legs, but I didn't know what it was at the time. That same year, when I was playing at the Indigo, I keep saying Indigo Manor because my buddy Corey Springer used to go out there, and he was one of my coaches. So, it was out at the LPGA. So, when I was at the Pelican Bay tournament, that's when it was the same year. So everything was going good basically in my tennis life. You know, I was teaching and having fun, and also as a second job, I was a chef at Adams Mark down in Daytona Beach. So I worked there at the same time and worked in tennis. So I did tennis in the morning into the afternoon, and then I would work on the weekends and some weekdays at the Adams Marks doing banquets and cooking and stuff. So I had major injuries. Then I started having back injuries and all kinds of shit piled up. So I had to lose, like, I was so irritated, and I just from losing my match that same year, you know, I tried really hard, and then I went to the hospital. Then I found out I had to have some surgery, so they replaced my hip, like I said. And I just was in tears. I'm like a 26-year-old person or 27-year-old person. And I was 27 or 28, and then all the shit was happening to me. So I like literally was crying and depressed about it. I was like, I can't play tennis no more. So I walked away from the game of tennis for 22 years or more. And then one of my friends, a couple of my friends that watch my other channel, they were telling me they were going through some stuff. So, and I had, like I said, I have to get ready to have surgery. And at the time I started my channel, I was 240 pounds, this channel right here. So right now, as of today, I'm 189.5 pounds. So I'm only 5'7", and I actually shrunk, believe it or not, you shrink when you get older. And I'm 52 years old. And everything that I say can be verified, so I don't have nothing to, like, I'm not lying about nothing. I don't care what people say. But I have guys coming to my channel trolling me and shit, and I watch this guy play, and they play indoors where there's no elements, there's nothing, so you're gonna hit the ball harder, everything's gonna be cleaner, everything's gonna look fresh and nice, but they're really 4.0, 4.5 players, you know, even at the time that I was talking about being rated. To be a 5.0 and 5.5 player, you're talking about people that train all the time like I did. I trained in the morning from like 8 in the morning to 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 days a week. On my own time, I'd have to come out here like I'm doing now and hitting serves. So I always practice, I always train. But that really fucked me up, excuse my language. I really fucked me up because I was totally, you know, wanting to do this for the rest of my life, to teach people, because I love the game of tennis and I love teaching people and I love to learn stuff. So I'm not out here telling people that I'm some pro or whatever, but although I'll play anybody on YouTube, I don't care who they are. I don't have no shame, like I don't have nothing to hide. I'm not like saying I'm a pro or nothing, but I'll hold my own. So I've already improved so much in the last 6 months just getting back into this with shitty rackets that I got at the Goodwill. These rackets are $5, $6 rackets, shitty strings, all this stuff that goes along with it. So now, because I was owed some money, I got some money got back to me. So I ordered some, I got some the Pure Drive 110s. I have a couple of them come to me, and they're used, but they're in pretty good condition. And I ordered a ball machine, okay, Nice Play ball machine is called. And I was going to order the slinger bag, so I wasn't sure what ball machine I was going to get, because we're going to do a study together, and I'll talk about that in a second. So my man over there, Nick, into tennis, was displaying his doing a review on a ball machine he came out of pocket for, and it was a Nice Play, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, man. It's like 28 pounds. So him and I exchanged messages, and then in the video, the fellow was saying, if you use my code, you get a percentage off, so you get 10% off. So the machine costs $900, okay? It isn't cheap. So, but you could make money on it, especially around here. I could rent it out with people and, you know, let them hit off of it for 20 bucks an hour, like they do at these clubs and stuff like that. And I got a lot of people around here that need their rackets strong, so I'm looking into getting a stringer to help them do that. And I would string the rackets for like 25 bucks and put decent strings in there, depending on what the price and what kind of strings are, but I can do that for them too. So that's stuff I'm trying to do to help the community. And I have good news. Since I've been playing, and I told you I was getting ready to play in tournaments, I'm going to join this club out here in Daytona. It's a huge club, it's a huge facility, it's a training facility. It's they're you know, affiliated with USCA tennis, and has juniors and guys my age, league tennis. So I'm going to be joining a league, and what I'm going to do with this ball machine is I'm going to go to do the 10,000 ball, what is it called? If you hit 10,000 tennis balls you're supposed to improve in that area of whatever you're working on. So if you hit 10,000 forehands, your forehand will automatically remember how to hit the ball when you're playing in a match without having to think about stuff. So it's a theory. Some fellow wrote that back in the 80s about sports. So if you was to do something repetitively 10,000 times, your mind would subconsciously remember it, and you would automatically do it. So that's what I'm doing now. And I don't really care what these folks are saying. Like I said, I offered to put $100 up against this dude because he was talking trash about this other kid that was playing. His name was Ivan, and he was on Winston Duke's channel. And these guys were playing in like little round robin tournaments and stuff. And they're good players. And I think personally this dude Ivan would smoke this dude Mark, because like I say, this guy plays out. He doesn't play outside that much, and he plays inside most of the time because they live in a cold ass environment. Think like in Minnesota or something. So I'm not blaming that guy because he doesn't have the opportunity to play outside tennis as much as we do down here in Florida or even in California. But when you do play indoors, you look awesome. There's the ball it bounces perfectly every time. But when you get out here in Florida, when you have gusts of winds of 20 miles an hour, your serve can be tossed everywhere, and especially on clay. I like my chances on against any of these dudes that talk shit on hard true clay, because I don't care how hard you hit the ball, it's all about how placement. And I'll get Chris Evert Lloyd on his ass and fucking put the ball anywhere I want to, because I grew up playing on clay. Not to say that I'm gonna win, but he ain't gonna just come out here, oh, you would barely win a point off me. Like, who the hell do you think you are? Roger Federer or some dude? You're a regular person just like us. Me. And then you're throwing your tennis rackets, cursing, setting examples like that when you got little kids watching your channel and stuff. And it was so bad, the guy acts like such a jerk. It looks like the other fella that he was doing business with, you know, like hanging out with and making videos. The guy dropped that situation and just started doing his own thing like he was doing before. And that fellow was on YouTube almost as long as me. I've been on YouTube for like 15 years on my other channel. So, you know, you are who you hang out with. You hang out with a bunch of jerks and people that are obnoxious people, then you're gonna start acting like that, and then that's why people left this channel, you know. So I'm not here to cause problems with anybody, but I'll put my money where my mouth is at, and I'll put $100 on that kid Ivan that he will smoke this dude in an outdoor match, because I don't even think he'll be able to return a serve at that level, and the fact that he has a really bad second serve. So anybody that has a decent return of serve is gonna put so much pressure on him from your second serve. He gets inside of this dude's head. He's just going to be, you know, because I've seen these people all my life, guys like that. So what I'm doing, as I said, I'm going to be doing this league thing. We're going to record my matches and show everybody how I do and everything like that, and meet new people and learn the different techniques. And when I get the ball machine, you know, I'm going to hit off of it. And to get back to what I was saying about the ball machine over Intuitive Tennis, you get a discount on it, and you can actually see how this guy, because he did a couple of different videos. One, he was working on serving and volleying, which was kind of cool, and I got to give you credit, Nick, that was clever. So the ball comes on the ball machine. Well, actually what he did, he served the ball, and then the ball would come and he'd come in behind it. So he was doing a few of them, and then he's working on his volleys. And the way this machine works is it holds 80 tennis balls. It's got a variety of the different spins, slices, kick serves, I mean, all that different stuff. And you know, you're gonna get better from hitting balls consistently, and can, you know, just training that way. And then what else I was saying before, when I was growing up, I always had people to hit with. So I come down here, and the only person I have to hit with is Ashley, because people aren't around or whatever. There's a baseball field behind us, and they play baseball also. So, and then in the morning, I play Monday through Friday in the morning with a variety of different people. They play little round robins, but these folks are in their 70s and 80s, and yes, some of them are 4-0 players, solid players and stuff, but I'm not out here trying to hit my best shots or hard shots or anything like that, because I'm not trying to hurt anybody. Because if you mishit a ball, or you hit a big serve or something, or you try to drive a ball down the line and they put the racket out, you can dislocate someone's shoulder at that age and stuff like that. So I'm not trying to go out there and act like, you know, let my ego and pride get in the way and hurt somebody. So whatever level they're playing at, I play just enough higher to win the match for my partner, because we're out there to win too. So, but I mean, there's one lady that serves underhanded. I ain't sitting there waiting for the ball and teeing off it, you know, hitting all the shots. I just gently tap it back to her. And then the same with the serve. And when I serve to her, I just throw it up and just throw it into her so she can play. Tennis is supposed to be a social game where people enjoy to meet each other and play the game of tennis because they love it, not because you want to show off how badass you are. Because like I say, dude, those kind of people, you can beat them easily because they're mentally fucking unstable and they don't know how to treat people anyway and they act stupid. So this is my plans. And so far, like I said, I already told you 6 months ago I was going to lose 50 pounds, which I already did. I already lost almost 60 pounds. And by the next few months, I'm going to be down to 155 to 160, and I'll be at perfect playing shape, and my body will be in better shape because I got stretchy cords and doing push-ups and things like that. So, as I said, these people talking shit on the internet will never meet up with me to play. I had the money to put my mouth where it is, and then like I said, because he was talking crap to this guy at the match, you know, at the on the recording of the match that Winston Dues did, and this guy's talking trash, saying that the ladies next to him play better than them and stuff. Just a trash human being, you know. So you want to avoid those kind of people, young folks, in your life, because there's nothing good that's going to come out of anything they do. Most of them are satanic devil worshipers. They don't have no faith in God. They don't believe in Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. And they don't live a quality life. Off camera, they're drinking and doing all kinds of stuff. Who knows what they're up to? But I'm not that way. This is who I am, and I do appreciate everybody watching my channel and giving me support. But this is what I'm going to be doing. So I'm not, you know, and I never asked for any money. And on any of my channels I've had for over like almost 15 years, I do stuff because I enjoy doing this, and I do stuff because I, you know, it's who I am, and I like helping people. And I'm trying to help myself also by getting in better shape. Now this ass is like, oh, you only got 30. Dude, on my other channel, I have a lot more subscribers, over 1,000 subscribers or more. And if I put you on Front Street like that, those guys that watch my channel, that are true channels, will come to your channel and they will nitpick your ass apart. And if you're a Freemason or involved in any of that shit, they'll find out all the signs that you're doing, you know, all that stuff. So you're messing with a guy that really will, you know, could make your YouTube career on here pretty rough, because the people I deal with are truth tellers, and they don't like guys like you coming around messing with people that are disabled and talking shit to them. Okay, so that's how it is. So I'm not making it a negative video. I'm telling you what I'm doing, and I'm telling you the progress that I've had, and how we're gonna get better at, you know, my level is gonna get higher and better. Because this shit's easy to play tennis in these leagues now. You're only playing pro sets to 8. You don't even have to play the best of 3 sets. It's so much easier to play tennis now competitively than it was when I was growing up. I mean, you had to grind it out. If you lost the first set, you had to grind it out and win the second one. Then you got to grind it out to win the third one. Not in this little soft ass world we live in. You play a pro set to 8 games. I'm just getting warmed up after 8 games. I'm ready to play some more, you know, and I'm 52 and out of shape. So it's a lot easier to play in matches, and then they give you little baby trophies, you know, because back in the day we got proper trophies and you know, recognition. So that's my goal. I want to make it to where we can all enjoy this, and give a shout out to my friend Nathan and Stefan that's been here the whole time. So when my channel gets to have thousands of people, you're never going to see me trying to sell t-shirts or trying to sell shit off of people, you know. And if I got a sponsor or something that was giving me free shit, like tennis balls or something like that, I would give back to the community. That's how I am, you know. I just went out and bought shoes and some clothes for my roommate because he didn't have any money. And like I said, I got a little money, and the man's working, you know, got shoes that he's working in, got friggin' holes in them, and you know, just didn't have money to get stuff and socks and shit like that. And then that's what you're supposed to do as a human being, and especially your friends and your family. You're supposed to help them. Okay, you're supposed to help people. You're not supposed to put people down. You're not supposed to antagonize people or make fun of people or any of that stuff. It's evil, okay? And what it does is it destroys your soul. You have a soul. I don't care what any of these scientists says. They're all full of shit. They're all liars, and they're all grifters, and they can't really tell you how they really feel about stuff, or how the world really works scientifically, because they get money from these criminals that if they say the truth about how things are, they won't get no money. The same with these tennis guys. They get a lot of money playing on YouTube because people are donating money, and some of them are worth it. Like my man Crew, I like that fella. I like this dude Simon too. He's good. There's a few of them. My man Winston, I like that dude. I mean, out of all the channels, I support the guys that I'm talking about. And my man Intuitive Tennis, I bought a few t-shirts off of him, waiting for them to get, because I like his design, and I like the guy personally, you know, from watching his videos and him teaching people, you know, and he seems like a nice person. And then my man Peter Becker, he does work, the Australian fella, and I like him too, you know. So there's people on here that I like and enjoy watching. And even that guy Mark that I was telling you about, he does have a lot of knowledge of the game of tennis and strategically and stuff, so he can teach people, but his attitude is shit. And that's what makes me, and then talking shit about me. And I'm not trying to get physical with anybody. They don't want me to get physical with any of them. They're soft as ice cream, most of these people. They didn't grow up fighting like I did growing up in the 80s and 90s, people sorting shit out with their hands. So I'm not trying to do that either. 52 years old. I have my goals. I'm going for it. You can say whatever you want to say about me, but at the end of the day, in 6 months, I'm going to be, you know, winning some tournaments and having some fun doing it, and everybody's going to see the progression. And I'm not going to be, you know, because I'm not a conceited person. I'm a very quiet person on the tennis court when I'm playing people. I don't question calls or get into arguments with officials or anything like that. I just play the game. Sometimes you have to just look at it for what it is. There is favoritism in some of these areas where they will let guys hit balls out and not call it out and stuff, and you just beat them differently, you know. So I grew up around that stuff, and that's my what I'm trying to do here on my channel. And as I say, I have friends that I enjoy talking to. This dude, Stefan, and my man Nathan, they're nice people, and then I like to meet more nice people to talk to. And if anybody's around in this area in Florida, I gladly we can get together and play and have fun doing it, you know. So this is a little video. My next video I'll show you. I'm going to be working on my server or whatever, but I just want to let everybody know where I'm at on everything and what's going on. And I spent some time with Ashley for Valentine's Day, and she got me this nice ring. Man, that's cool. I'm not really a person that wears gold too much, but she got me this ring, and I got her a ring too. And then I got myself this gold chain and this St. Christopher medal, because the one I have is like almost 100-year-old medal I had. My grandfather gave it to me before he passed away, and it's the silver one. So the silver chain I usually wear around my neck, because I'm not, like I say, I don't have it's too gaunty. So I do like the gold and stuff. It's cool. It's really cool. And then I found a G-Shock watch that I got for $100 at a pawn shop, and it's nice too. So I'm just trying to make myself feel better about my accomplishments and get myself stuff, and then Ashley too. But the most important thing is right now is to get this tennis ball machine, come out here and just tear the shit up and go at it, you know, with proper tennis rackets and not Walmart tennis rackets or wherever the hell these things are. I mean, like I said, they're not bad for what for the purpose of what I started off with. It's not a bad racket, but it's not also, it's probably, the playability in the racket's probably gone, you know. The strings are definitely gone. It hasn't been strung in about 25 years. But the frame, after you play with a racket for so long, it just loses playability. And I've been playing with this thing for a few months now, and I can tell by the way the ball comes off the racket and the strings that it's just going to be retired. So I'm getting the Pure Drive 110s, and that's going to make so much of a big difference. If I can play with this crappy tennis racket and hit good shots and really, you know, enjoy, which I don't say crappy, it's just an old racket, but it's good for a beginner or whatever, or anybody that's just trying to get back into it, because it's light. It's 100 square inches, and it's a K Pro or whatever, and they do make some, you know, it's got some technology in it, and you can probably go on the internet and buy these things for like 25, 30 bucks a racket. And as I said, I literally got it at the Goodwill. So that's the kind of stuff I've been playing with. Plus this other racket here, this is one of my first rackets that I started playing with when I started playing tournaments, and I was playing with this thing for a long time, and it's just heavy, and you really got to have really good timing, and your footwork has to be impeccable to play with a racket like this, because one, it's really heavy, it's bottom heavy, you know, the handle heavy, it's over 13 grams, it's over 13 ounces, and it's like over 370 grams, and that's with the strings in it or whatever. But I played this thing for all of my tennis career until recent times when I got this one to try a lighter racket. So this thing's only 10 ounces, and or 9 something. Maybe it's even less than 10 ounces, folks. Let's take a look at this thing. I forgot. So yeah, this racket's 264 grams and 9.3 ounces. So this is like night and day. And you know, as I say, from playing with this thing, it's heavy, and you barely have to hit the ball, man. And once the ball comes, you barely have to hit it, and it'll fly. But because I use the Eastern grip and my shots were flat, and that's how I was taught most of the time how to play with, just enough topspin to get the ball over the net. And then, you know, and I can hit with a lot of topspin with this, but you really got to watch because the frame is thick, and it's just a difficult racket to play with as a beginner or somebody that's just a little bit above that, a beginner. But because I was playing for so long and played these rackets for most of my life, I'm good at playing with these things, and I got a really good serve, and my return serve is really good. But I say that because it's so stiff, and that's why I was going to the 110 Pro Pure Life. I'm sorry, Pure Life. Pure Drive, because I think that will be. I hit with it. I feel great with it. My service. I probably get an extra 10 miles an hour on my serve. My ground strikes are a lot more consistent with a lot more pace and stability. And then, you know, most important, because I play a lot of doubles, is that I'm able to volley really well with it. Although I'm able to volley well with both of these, but it just gives you more room, especially when serving with slice and kick serves, because it's hard. That's another thing. It's like, that's not no kick serve. I'm like, dude, I'm literally hitting the ball over a 12-foot fence. You got to hit upwards to do that. And that's what a kick serve is. You're hitting upwards towards the ball. So like what Agassi was saying, if you're learning how to hit a kick serve, or when you hit a kick serve, and if you you're literally throwing your racket up in the air. If you let go of the racket, if you were to let go of the racket, it would end up in the stadium. So that's what you're doing. And then to learn how to do that better, people would stand by a fence like we did 25 years ago and throw the ball up and try to get the ball up over the fence, which this fence behind you is over 12 feet high. And just the other night on my other video, I was standing over there at the other tennis court and the other side thing, and I hit a serve all the way from there into that box over there, and it's on video. And I was like kidding around. Because I was like, this would be cool if I could do that, just to mess around and have fun with it, right? I didn't expect that to happen, but I mean, expect it to go that far, because like it's just fun to do it. But I knew that I could get it over the net because of all the times I was practicing. And then the video that I showed you how you can get it over the net, that was a few months ago, by using the fence. And I told you how you gotta watch out, because if you don't hit it right, the ball will come off one of them bars and come flying right back at you. And I told you the people that are training you how to do this on the internet most of them are pros, and they're not gonna miss that. So it looks really easy to do it, but it's not as easy as it looks. So when you're practicing doing that, just be careful, because as I said, the ball, if you mishit it and you hit one of the bars, it's flying back at you probably at 60 miles or 70 miles an hour or more, because if you hit it, you're gonna be hitting hard, and you're just gonna be like this, and then the ball, you may have time to get the racket up to block it from not taking your head off. But I enjoy playing tennis, and I'm just showing you some things that I have learned. And if it helps you, fine. If it doesn't, I'm not saying that I'm Andre Agassi or anything like that. I never did say that. I said I have over 40 years of knowledge in the game of tennis, and strategic points of view, and how to hit the ball certain ways, and how to stay in matches, because I've done it all my life. I'm not saying that I'm pro, but I'm saying I have a lot of knowledge in the game of tennis, and I'm trying to learn to help myself do this thing good. This light's getting ready to come off. I'm practicing and showing you my mistakes so you can learn from them. Most people wouldn't even do that, because their ego would be too much. They wouldn't come on the internet because they wouldn't look cool, or I could have a certain video. I don't care what people think about me. Like I said, we're gonna see what happens when I get this tennis ball machine and start hitting off of that thing, folks. You're gonna see a lot more progression, and it's gonna be something that's gonna be really cool, and we're gonna have a lot of fun doing it. I apologize, the light will turn off if I don't push the button. So I know this video is a little long, but I just want to explain who I am, what I'm trying to do, and these people that are talking crap about me. Like I say, if I ever met them in real life, we'd probably be friends. You know, like they wouldn't be talking shit to me like that. Because one, I wouldn't put up with it. Two, they just are cowards like that. They never say anything anybody's face that they say on the internet because they're you know, weekend warriors or whatever. We're internet warriors or whatever. But I know what I'm trying to do, and when we go out to this other facility, my God, it's amazing. There's 24 courts out there. They're all hard true courts, and I'm going to be doing some really cool, you know, meet some people, and you'll see high level of tennis out there, and we're going to get that on video so everybody can learn and have fun. So happy Valentine's Day to everybody, and for my friends and family that support me, thank you very much. And for my haters that come on here and try to troll me, God bless you, because God sees you, and He's going to make a punishment on you for messing around with disabled people, and also being a bad person. So you choose how you want to be, and you're either going to get rewarded for being a good person, or you're going to be, you know, have problems in life, because God isn't going to allow you to hurt other people without being, you know, something coming back to you. So you are who you are, and you do who you are is what you do and what you say. So if you keep your word and you do, you treat people correctly, you're always going to have friends, and you're always going to have a decent life. If you do rotten stuff to people and lie and try to hurt people, all things are going to happen to you that are, you know, your car is going to break down, you're going to have problems with relationships, everything's going to be messed up because you're not spiritually connected to Yahweh. And that's the whole idea, for us to be connected to our Maker, and for us to help each other. So know this one thing, folks: God loves you, and so do I, and I appreciate all your support. Thank you so much. So until next time, we'll you guys take care of take care of yourselves, and take care of each other, and just be cool with people, man, and just, you know, try to learn from other people, and don't be so hateful and angry, because I actually like that guy, Mark. I just don't like how he rolls. He came on my account with a burner account and was trying to troll me, and obviously he got blocked. So I don't play that. So, and as I said before, if you go to Intuitive Tennis and you want to get one of the nice play tennis ball machines, you can save $100. And I don't get no money out of that. I'm putting full price out, and I'll show you the receipt when I buy it. So, and you know, I'm paying for everything, so I don't get no breaks except for fellas that come on the internet and give me codes to give me a little discount, which I'm really appreciative of. So, like I say, thanks for everything. I do appreciate all your support, folks, and I'm here to do my best for you. I'm gonna work hard for you, folks, and we're gonna do some serious playing in these matches, and we're gonna take you to them.